Hi everyone, Chris here from Flying Star Astrology, and today we are going to talk about Ricky Gervais and his monologue last night doing the Golden Globe Awards. Stay tuned. Last night, Ricky Gervais was the host of the Golden Globe Awards, and he said some things about the industry and about the recipients of the awards that kind of got people not only laughing but talking and a little bit uncomfortable based upon what he said. The main quote that came out today from his monologue was to the celebrities who were winners of these Golden Globes, saying basically, if you win, come up, take your award, thank your family, thank God, thank your manager, and then go sit down in your seat. Don't give us a lecture about politics or religion or your beliefs, because you're not qualified to tell us how to live our lives or what we should be thinking, which was kind of interesting because, you know, he is a celebrity in and of himself. And when you put down people within your own industry, you run the risk of not being employed, right? You don't tell your manager or your bosses what you really think of them if you don't have nice things to say, because you run the risk that, number one, you could lose your job or have problems in the job that you're in currently. But if you get fired, you may need a reference, and then how are they going to give you a good reference? They probably aren't. So he took a big risk by doing this last night. And one of the things he said was, because I'm not hosting this Golden Globe anymore after this year, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just going to say whatever the heck I want. So he did. He got a lot of people's attention. So that made it interesting for me to take a look at his flying stars. And if you've watched these videos before, you know that everybody has 4 best directions for them. You have a success direction, a relationship direction, a health direction, and a direction based upon your wisdom or personal growth. Those directions are based upon your birthday and the gender that you were born with. So if you identify with a different gender than the one that you were born with, it doesn't matter. It's still the gender that you were born with. So for Ricky, there are flying stars that sit on each of these directions, and the flying stars sitting in the direction of Ricky's success at this point in time were the conflict and disaster stars. So the conflict star tends to be associated with words, and the words he said created, were a conflict in the sense that he was basically insulting not only the industry, but also his peers who were celebrities sitting in the audience. And it seemed to come from out of nowhere. Like if you looked at when they were panning the audience, there were a lot of faces that were really stunned by what he had to say. And it's because these stars were sitting in his success direction. So he had a platform to make these comments, right? He was standing up, giving the monologue for the Golden Globes, perfect platform to be able to deliver this message. And the stars helped him do that by creating the perfect energy for him to be able to deliver this message at this time. His relationship direction had the double loss star on it. So this can mean, you lose relationships as a result of something that you do, but it's also the double loss stars, the combination that sat there are words that can inflict pain on people, and also especially famous people, because the doubling energy, the star associated with doubling energy is the fame star. So words that kind of were like digging at people, and the people happen to be famous. Perfect combination for what he said last night. His wisdom direction has had stars associated with thoughts that he's had for a long time, and then the star that could make those words come out or those thoughts come out suddenly, and they can be directed at famous people, but also the energy is doubled as a result of the fame star. So it's likely he's thought these thoughts for a long time. It's not something that he just came up with overnight. And given that this is his last year to host the Golden Globes, he's going to tell everybody exactly what he thinks, and that's exactly what happened last night. Then celebrities in general, the star sitting on celebrities was a good combination for being a target of a verbal attack, just because of the stars that sat there. So he was the one that delivered the verbal attack, and then his stars set him up for that energy to allow him to be able to do that. So the thing that's interesting about flying stars is they don't make you do something, because there are other people who have these same stars that Ricky has, because, you know, it's kind of like astrology in that, you know, there's not just one person who's Aquarius or Taurus or Libra or whatever. There are lots of people with that sign, right? And lots of people born on the same date in the same year. Same with flying stars. You have lots of people with the same energy number who have these same stars right now, but what's happening in their lives is not creating this kind of energy. But what was happening in Ricky's life gave him the perfect opportunity to bring out the energy of these stars even more. So the stars sort of create the platform for you, but you have to already have inside you the energy that can trigger their energy even more, and in a big way that can get people's attention. In this case, he got people's attention because he was on TV. So like, this is, everybody has heard this now. Even if you didn't watch the Golden Globes, you've probably heard this monologue or heard something about Ricky Gervais having said insulting things to his colleagues who were sitting out in the audience, right? So anyway, I just think these things are really interesting. So if you like these videos, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I put up a new video. If you have any comments or questions, post those down below. And if there's a person or a place or a thing you'd like to see me do flying stars about, just go ahead and post it in the comment section down below, and I will take a look at doing a video just for you. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.